well, yeah. Anyway, this was very stressful to set up. It's been a long time since I've gone live, and everything's changed. Oh, sweet, sounds good. The other live streams I've done, they're still up on my channel, and I look back at them and the audio's been terrible, so I'm really hoping it's not as bad this time, although I'm still limited to this laptop microphone because it's a laptop and I can't use any of the mics I have. But anyway, I've been wanting to do this every time I get something new for my channel, something new to test out, some new skate part. But I just haven't been bothered. Every time I get something in the mail, I just want to unbox it, you know. So it's hard to hold off until and set up a live stream to do it, you know. So it's been a while, and yeah. Anyway, anyone got any guess as to what part I've got to test out? I'm pretty excited to try these out. These cost me a lot. That's the first thing I'm going to give you. They cost me a lot of money, okay? And it was very painful to buy them. Well, new frames is probably a pretty good guess. I don't know what else I could get considering Skate M12s, right? And they're in this box here. Anyway, I don't want to jump right to the point, so yeah, have no idea. Oh. So yeah, how is everyone doing? I assume it's probably a pretty late where everyone is right now. This is a pretty unplanned live stream, so it's not. I haven't really looked at time zones, but I'm pretty sure it's not good. Oh yeah, it's a pretty big box, right? You know, when I got this, I was kind of worried because this box weighs 1.5 kgs, which is very heavy for what this is. Well, first impressions is that it's pretty heavy for what it is. Yeah, it's a box of stickers. Anyway, I was kind of expecting to have to wait a long time to get these because you know how the world is right now. But they came really quick, which is cool. I've got a couple other things coming from the Netherlands too. That's another big hint. It's from the Netherlands. And right now they're just sitting in limbo and shipping. And I'm kind of worried they're going to be stuck there for a long time. Still some border restrictions come down. So yeah. My mum baked me a cake. Yep, this is a nice long. I do actually have some cake out, but yeah. All right. So considering it's like midnight, how much longer should I keep you guys waiting? But anyway, when this got stopped in customs, and something that I don't appreciate is they opened it, which like I get it, customs has to open it to check it out, right? But they didn't tape it up again. It's untaped. So if this partly opens to the point where I may have peaked already. So the only thing they use is this bit of tape here to reseal it. Get the knife out. All right, should we do this? No way. I want let's get some more guests. Okay, we got endless frames. We got regatta frames. Frames. Okay, I'll give you a hint. It is frames. Okay, we got some new frames. Okay, K2 Naturals. Import-wise, I got really lucky. They recently changed the import and duty fees for New Zealand, where you have to, if the cost, including shipping, of what you're getting is under 1,000 New Zealand dollars, then you don't have to pay any duty tax. So this was well under that. Anything for skates is well under that. So it's pretty lucky there. Didn't used to be like that. When I bought my M12s, I got hit with a pretty bad import fee, and that sucked. But I did get quite a big box for that one. I got a lot of stuff. It's not my own product. I wish I could be making skate parts. Maybe one day. Oh, I'll just do it again. We'll do it. Okay. Let's see if I can get a good angle here. Yep, lace does ship to the US. It's actually based in the US, so it's cheaper to get it in the US compared to New Zealand. So anyway, I got one piece of tape to cut. And I may have seen there's a note for me as well. I don't know. Oh, did we get the first guess that might be right there? Oh. The big reveal. Oh, it's just a black box. Oh, wait. So there's a nice note here that I definitely peeked at before when I could slightly lift it up. It's a nice note from, wait, anyone, has it been given away yet? Can you guess who it's from? Maybe this book will give it away. This book. Oh, it's a poster. Oh, yo, it's not a book. Yo. Guess what they are? Oh, there's another one. Oh, here's the book. Okay, there is a book. Okay. But yeah, there's a nice note here telling me that Peter and, oh my God, I don't want to murder your name, bro. They're throwing something a little bit extra for me, which gets me pretty excited. I'm definitely still going to be riding flat. Okay. Got some stickers. It's cool here. Anyone guessed it yet? I think this is the extra part that they chucked in for me, which is super cool. I did not order wheels, I just want to tell you that. They gave me a whole set of flat wheels for free. I was so worried about this because, like, I'm down. I mean, I've got wheels at the moment, thanks to Conjure. But, like, I've been wearing them down, you know, and these were a while away. They sent me a whole set flat with bearings. Oh, my. This is super cool. Anyway, shout out to them. They're so cool. Let's get to the main part. Oh, there's even some laces. Oh, yo. Yo, okay. You didn't know, it's Adapt has like a co-company called Symmetrics, and they make some really good frames that I've never tried out. Now, can we guess what frames these are, though? No, I don't think anyone's guessed it yet. I don't think, maybe they have. But yeah, Adapt makes some good stuff. So, you know, yeah, damn straight, they hooked me up hard, man. Super cool. I've seen all over Instagram when people get stuff from Adapt. There's always like a nice kind of personal touch to it. You know, there's usually like a little nice letter, or just written on the box like this. And I think that's super cool. You know, it's definitely a different touch. Damn, I think Christopher had it from the start. You know. Oh yeah. Ta-da! Oh man, look at this. Wow. 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 I just remember the first time I saw these. It's when I was researching for Blade News changes. And there's the pictures that people took at Winter Clash. And I just remember looking at them, it's just so crisp, man. Just to have them here, man. The aluminum's very different to the solars. It's like I know it's a higher grade, but it's different. It's like, it's matte. It's not shiny. It's kind of how I imagined the solars would be. But anyway, yeah, it would be nice if that when you would stop. Hope you can't hear that. Are they heavy? Surprisingly, they don't feel heavy right now. I was really worried with the box, because the customs have weighed it at 1.5 customs of shipping, 1.5 kgs, which seems very heavy for frames. But that's probably because they hooked me up with a bunch of wheels, which adds a lot to the weight. But, they seem, I I don't really have a reference here. Maybe I should get a reference. I'll get a reference one sec. All right, here I got some 50-50 frames. Just from picking them up, I can tell they're a lot lighter. Yeah, these are definitely heavier than the 50-50 frames. But yeah, the reason, I mean, I love the solar frames. I absolutely love them. I've been skating them. I feel like there's almost no disadvantage to skating them compared to a plastic frame. But then when I skinned some clips sometimes, I had some friends I was skating with telling me that they could tell that I was like struggling to slide on some tricks on ledge. And then that kind of got on my head. And then I was like, man, wouldn't it be so good if there was just like a plastic sidewall to my solar frames, you know, that I could like take on and off. And I was like, maybe the ideal metal frame would be this, exactly what they've done here at Symmetrics, right? Where you have the metal core, so you have the same responsiveness, the same sturdiness, you know, but then you have just, you're grinding on plastic because then you aren't limited at all, you know, you can skate rough stuff and you're still going to slide. But the things that put me off from getting it straight away though was one, that these are a lot thicker than the solar frames. I should get them, but they're stuck on my skates a lot. I'm not going to take these off, but maybe you can see how thin that is compared to this. Is that good? Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's very similar. Like the metal frame of this is very similar thickness to the sole. It's like a little bit thicker, like a tiny bit. It's just the plastic that's bigger. But I think having the thicker frame like that, the thin wall of the soles really adds to how much you can like corner and turn. And it gives you more sole play, obviously, but I don't really think that's much of a point. But just being able to get a turn without your frame scraping, I think that's a huge feature of the soles. So I don't know, it'd be interesting to see if I notice it. I'm just jumping on these. Anyway. I'll definitely do a video comparing. I'm going to fully review these, obviously, right? I have a feeling I'm just going to really like them, you know, because they're one of the frames that have been recommended to try the most for skating flat is the Symmetrics, and this is just the like high-end Symmetric frame. It's the exact same shape, apparently. So yeah, and like I've recently found out that every part of skates that I like really like, you know, like the Conjure Cosmics, just like all the stuff I really like, the stuff that I really like to skate, can be traced back to the guys behind Adapt. So I have a feeling I'm going to really like these. You see, what did I miss? I heard that because I saw Braden on the Brain's been skating these, and he's had problem with them clacking. And oh man, I really hope that's not the case because I can't stand that. The last time I spent way too much money on frames, it was the Crate CRS suspension frames, and they were so clacky, and it was horrible, and I felt so ripped off. But yeah, hopefully these aren't anything like that. They seem good though. They don't seem, I mean, they always don't at first, but they don't seem as clacky. It seems, oh, there's something about these. They're just so crisp. You can tell like the attention to detail, you know, like, look at this, maybe I should be sharing. I think they had the wheels made by them as well. Anyway, it's going to be a while before you see me skate these because I want to put them on my new skates when they get here. That probably gives away what skates I'm getting. Oh, and the fact that I'm getting new skates. They're obviously not Aeons because I got frames for them. But yeah, when I get those, I'll try to do a video like this again. They actually shipped before these, and they're not here yet. They're stuck in limbo. Hopefully they're here soon, and then I can set them up and get rolling. But yeah, do you ride 64 mil? I think you can ride 64 mil if you have Adapt skates or the Adapt sole plate, because they have like a what do you call it? They're like dug out in the sole plate. But otherwise, I think they max out at 60. 60, 65. I wonder if that. I've been having this weird thing where, like, when I'm watching skating now, and everyone's skating plastic frames, it's starting to make me miss plastic frames because I forget what it's like, and how it slides. And I know that this plastic, it's UHMW, right? I don't know. But the little experience I've had with this kind of plastic, it is just so fast, like unmatchable fast. Because it's the H block. The first H block came on the soles did the same thing, and like I remember the first front side I done on that was so fast. But yeah, comparing them to soles again, the other problem I have with the soles, which I recently just found, was that because it's so thin, it actually moves. You can move, because, man, it's so hard to explain. Yes, I can show you, can't I? But like the sole plate has like a groove in it, right, for the frame. Sliding. There's a groove in here for the frame, but it's made for a normal size frame, right? So the smaller sole frame doesn't line up with it, so there's a gap, and it actually can move. I found this one doesn't. Only one foot would move. And I tried to tighten it up, right? This is the worst thing I've ever done. I tried to tighten the bolt up so it wouldn't move anymore. And I rounded that bolt, and now it's like mega stuck in there. I'm going to have to like drill it out. So that's another reason why I probably can't test these out for a while. That'd be sick. But yeah, that's the other thing I have with these is it'd be good if the sole frames were thicker just at the bottom, just to fill that gap. And yeah, it would also be really cool if it had some kind of plastic slider that you could put on. I mean, that kind of defeats the point because you want to be grinding on metal, right? That's the whole solar thing. But I think it would be a good addition, just like how I said with these, if I go skate my like ledges with slug, then I'll switch to this H block, the 3D printed one, because it slides fine, but the metal one doesn't. So whenever I'm skating park and like coping and metal stuff, I'll put the metal one in. And yeah, it'd be cool if there was also like a slider for that as well. One thing I think I'm going to miss though is only the what do you call it? The hardware here. The fact that you only need one Allen key, it's only on one side. I think all frames should be like that, and I understand why it's not on this, because you're going to need two Allen keys, right? And that's because it's holding the slider on with it. But there must be a way, there must be a way to have it screw into the frame like the sole is and still hold the plastic wall. Even if you like don't have a plastic wall on the negative side, because surely you're doing negatives less than you're doing regulars, right? And like I don't mind doing negatives on the middle and the soles, I wouldn't mind that. I think that'd be a cool trade-off. Anyway, I'm saying all these things, I haven't even tried them yet. Oh, you're a good spot. That was preparing for the next Blader News, which is going to be late. So, yeah. What's in the box? This is what's in the box. You probably caught that by now. 2 setups. I was thinking that too. I could have one setup for the park and one for street, but I don't really like changing setups too much like that. I like to really know the setup I have. Know it to a point, because even changing the H block when I go from park to street, I feel like I need to feel it out every time, and I don't like that. I want to be able to know my skates and the groove, so it'd be good to just stick with one. Silicone. Oh yeah, yep, we got the symmetric frames, and they threw in some laces, some wheels, some posters, some extra bolts. I didn't even realize that. We've got a spear bolt and some frame bolts, okay. And yeah, I don't know. I suppose that's probably it. I won't waste any more of your time. Thanks so much for coming along, guys. So yeah, stay tuned for when I'm going to be fully testing these like I do with everything. I'm going to give them like a first impression, and then going to give them like a few months in the wear, and then like hopefully I'll be skating them for a whole year. It won't be like the 50-50 frames where I just couldn't skate them because they're too clacky. I got a bad batch of whatever. But anyway, yeah, shout out to Adapt. Thank you so much for throwing in some wheels for me that like really helped me out. You have no idea. Yeah, stay tuned for that. And thanks again for coming along. And I'll see you guys with a video ASAP, hopefully. I know I've been struggling. But yeah, thanks for coming. Peace out.